Monday session again. It's not really rendering in, but I'm not at track, as you can probably tell. Another meet, so can't go to track obviously. So we're going to be here, same session though, ish. I'm not going to put any markers on the distance because I don't actually know how far distance is, and I can't be asked to measure it out. But my head should roughly know what I need to be doing. But we've got 3 times 15, 3 times 30, 1 or 2 times 40. I don't exactly remember, but whatever. We're just going to be doing a lot of resisted runs and then a few free runs, and that's the session. So it's Wednesday, we got 20 meter flies with 30 meter build up and 80 meter ins and outs, 20 meter zones for each, 3 sets for each. Let's get straight into it. That start was kind of soft, so I'm going to try and drive out harder. And I don't think I really transitioned well, so I'll try and make the transition a bit better than it was there. But that's kind of how I want to be sprinting. But if I can just put these pieces together, we could really be moving. I spoke to my coach about the last run, and he told me I'm landing correct, but there's no bounce. So I have the opposite issue of what I had before, which is I had bounce, but I wasn't really using all of my force. Now I'm using all of my force, but I have no bounce. So I need to figure out how to fix that, because I partially think it's because I'm tense, but it's also just because I have no bounce. So I need to relax my body completely until time to hit the ground. Then I need to probably stop trying to attack slightly earlier so that I can get the timing right. My timing's probably off. I'm probably hitting the ground for too long, spending more time on the ground than I need to, and just putting everything off. So if I can figure out how to do that, we'll be good. But figuring out is the hard part. First off, it's Thursday. Got 10 times 50 at 35%. So that's 22 seconds for me. Let's get this started. Got some sprints. Today it's 3 120s and 3 60s, and we're doing the 120s from the bend and the 60s on the straight. I don't know what rest we have, but it's probably not too long, and it's obviously not going to be too short. So let's get onto this and let's work on that bend. If you can get around that bend really quick, that would be amazing. But the question is, can we? gonna look over it, but I feel like I was landing on my toes instead of midfoot. So for the next run, we'll try not to do that. But even though I was running on my toes, one good thing was my hips. I got them underneath me and I hugged the bend, and I wasn't struggling to hug the bend. Found it really easy to stay on the inside of the bend, just work my way around. I showed my coach and he said we were all good except one thing, which was I'm too tense. Upper body wise, I'm trying to be strong to the powerful. I see to just let everything relax, upper body wise, and keep going. But positioning as well, position is good, feet are good, but my hip extension isn't as good because of this. So if I can just relax, the way I do it is I drop the shoulders and I just go. If I do that, then the extension should come. If it doesn't, well, we'll keep working until it does, but this is good news. The one was quite good, but I felt like I was staying more on one side than I was the other. Like, I hit the ground. I think my right leg had bounced really high. So when I hit the ground, my left leg kind of like thud and I dropped. I took over the footage to see what actually happened, but something else was I wasn't really popping my hips. I haven't done it for any of the runs, so I need to remember to do that for the next one. Damn, I'm tired. For my hips, I think I was tense body wise every single one of these runs. I had to remember to do that for the 60s, but I don't think I'm gonna put my hips again, because the way I do it, I get very vertical, and that means I spend less time with the ground. And I actually have noticed, I feel like it makes me slower. So the hip extension I get without having to do that, it's probably gonna have to work, or maybe I need to find a new way to put my hips. But my next race, I won't be trying to do both my hips or find a new way to do it. I'm just gonna stick with what I've learned over the last week. My coach said I was moving well for last rep because he watched it. I cut one rep short, but he said my hips slightly dropped, and when I'm upright, is still tense, but it's the feet. He's trying to say to me, and I agree, power, everything's there. Like, we have everything we need to run, not even just 10.5, he even said 10.4. But to get this down, it's all in the feet, because the feet are moving right. If you can make the feet pre-tense and load prior to the ground, do what they need to do, and then release on ground contacts, we can get it down. Because I'm a 10.9 high guy, so practically 11 flat. So base of 11 flat, 0.01. Move that off of every ground contact, and that will move half a second from your 100-meter time. And that's all we need. And that all comes down to the feet now. So if we can figure out the feet, we can move, because the power is there to get the feet to do what they need to do. And we can run the times that I want. But now it's how quickly can we do that? We've literally just got 3 training sessions to figure this out before my next competition. Not to say that I'm only doing it till then, but if we can get it done within 3 training sessions, that'd be great. So we have to try and see what we can do.